let's see the markets, man. Let's do a quick analysis real quick. We're on the weekly time frame. So we got that high of 126. About 127. Yeah, about 126, right? And then we got that low. Let's go from 2024. I'm gonna go here. We got that low. I'm gonna leave them green because I like that color. We got the low of 40,000, where I had predicted that this is where we were gonna be, right? This is not financial advice. This is where I seen the markets going. Now, as you can see, we're in the downtrend since hitting that high. No, not right there. About right here. What level is that? 110. I think that is a little ugly right there. We gotta fix the chart. We've been in a downtrend since that high of 126 back in October 2025, and we hit the low right here just recently in February 2026, right? So how I see the market, we had a lot of sideways movement right here. This consolidation ultimately, and I think there's another level about right here. We're hitting the prime point. About right here, we're kind of hitting that level. So I just wanted to show you the chart real quick. You know what I'm saying? I did want to touch on something specifically. We'll go about right here, which is at 98,000. And then, yes, I didn't even need to delete them levels that I had. Actually, them is damn near the same ones. Look though, going to the 4-hour chart, I do want to talk about how Trump's mouth pause is the benefactor of these secondary assets like crypto, right? So on what's today? Today is the 8th, right? So on the 7th, yesterday, we hit this low of 67,000 at 5 in the morning on Tuesday. So this next 4-hour candle, we were at 69,000, right? This at 9 o'clock. Now, I think the news had came out that Trump was gonna have the ceasefire was around this time. Like I think it was around right here, right? And we had, well, let me go to the hour time frame to get it a bang, right? So we had these long wicks of candles, right? And this is at 7 in the morning. I think it was about 11. That's what I was gonna say. About 12 o'clock, Trump was saying that he was gonna have a meeting and he was gonna talk yesterday about the ceasefire with Iran. So from there, that 2-week period, we have, let me get the brush. Is that in here? It's right here, brush. From that 2-week period, so from right here, this red candle right here is where we have Trump speaking. Since then, we've been up and hit the high of 72,000. And this was today, this morning. Actually, yeah, 6 o'clock this morning. And so we've been consolidating since then. Like I said, the market is kind of my analysis for the markets for the next 2 weeks, but today specifically, but for the next 2 weeks is a lot of sideways movement. We see that it's a lot of chop right here, right? We hit that high level of around 72,000 twice. And if we look at another crypto, we see XRP's chart looks damn near the exact same, right? We had that market news right here, or Trump saying the ceasefire, shoot up about 10 points. Let me see. About $10. Just about. We came from $1.30 to $1.39 at the very high, right? Same with that sideways movement. But because Bitcoin is a bigger market cap than XRP, right? We have those smaller moves for Bitcoin are kind of bigger moves for the smaller cryptos. So ultimately, yeah, man, this is small analysis on the crypto market, or just these two cryptos specifically. But this is where we're doing. This is where we're, you know what I'm saying? We're in that chop zone. Let me go back to that weekly time frame on XRP. This chart looks even worse than Bitcoin's. You know what I'm saying? Coming from that high, not too many green candles. No, it looks the same. It looks about the same. Yeah, though. XRP in this little bit of a range right here, and we're just hit the bottom of that range. And I don't, honestly, we're on a weekly. If you go daily, I think we can get a better scope. Oh, backwards. I gotta move that line a little bit down. No, yeah. I feel like it could be another level here, but that'll be another, because we had consolidated here and touched twice. Tap. No, I think that's a nice chart. Ultimately, though, this is the outlook on the crypto market, man. I think that this is still a good buying opportunity. And yeah, this is what I got on the crypto market.
Yeah, man. Really, I want to just emphasize the importance of the fact that, you know, there's no right time, there's no perfect time, there's no reason to wait. You know, with the stock market, it fluctuates, it moves. You have points like this where it'll go down. Then you got points like this where overnight your assets are up a crazy amount of percentages, right? You got 2% for SPY, 6% for Meta, right? You know, I could talk about, for me personally, you know, I've been talking about Meta all year. I can only talk about my personal experience. There's a lot going on this chart, but really, let's go back to what I was talking about the other week. It's just important that you have a plan in buying whatever assets that you believe in, right? So it's important that you get into the index, whether that's VOO, whether that's SMH, a semiconductor index, whatever it is. An index is just an umbrella of stocks into one. That's going to be your safety. That's going to be your stability, right? Something like SPY, that's where we look at SPY all the time. But then after that, you choose your company that you have conviction in. Mine is Meta. Yours might be Apple, right? Mel's might be Google, Netflix, whatever it is, right? You know, even Netflix is at $100 and they were just at a low of $80. But you can't take advantage of these times where it goes from 580 overnight on Meta to 610 right now. I can't take advantage of that if I'm not willing to buy down here, right? And I'm talking to the person who's second guessing themselves, right? I don't have enough money, right? I don't think $50 is enough. I don't think $100 is enough. I don't think whatever it is that you're trying to save. Just imagine if you actually bought these assets, quality assets, at low quality prices, right? You end up getting Meta in a 566, right? You put $200 into that, right? Whatever money that you have that you're putting up, it's not growing. But if you end up doing stuff like this, you end up getting 6% overnight, 40% after 2 years, right? After 5 years, you get hundreds and hundreds of percent, right? With these tech companies and percentages. You know, we could talk about that real quick.